All right, today we're diving into something that's becoming absolutely critical for every organization, the AI security training ecosystem. We're going to see how it's built to tackle a problem that's growing bigger and faster every single day.
Okay, before we really jump in, just a quick heads up. What you're about to see is part 15 of a much larger 20-part report from Virtualization Options LLC on building out these kinds of AI training programs. So we're just scratching the surface of what's in their full report, and this overview comes with no warranty. If you really want to get into the nuts and bolts, they suggest you contact them directly. So with that out of the way, let's get into it.
So let me start with a question for you. Think back, when was your company's last security training? Was it, a year ago? And be honest, was it something you actually remember? Or was it more of that once a year, just click through the slides so I can get back to work kind of thing?
Yeah, that whole experience, it gets right to the heart of the problem this report is trying to solve. The threats we're facing are evolving at a mind-boggling speed.
The source material really just nails it right here. We are facing an accelerating threat landscape. And what's driving it? Artificial intelligence. That means that static, once-a-year training session, well, it's just not going to cut it anymore. Not even close. And this slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you have the old approach, static, predictable, slow. And on the other, you've got the new reality, a constant storm of AI-powered threats that change by the day. There's a huge, dangerous gap growing between the two.
So how do we actually bridge that gap? Well, the report from Virtualization Options LLC proposes a total shift in thinking. We have to move away from that old static model to something way more live and dynamic.
And what they propose is something called the AI security training ecosystem. Now, the key words here are framework and ecosystem. This isn't just a catalog of courses. Think of it as a living system that's designed to get the right info to the right person at exactly the right time.
So let's break down what this thing is actually supposed to do. First off, it has to reach everybody, from the C-suite all the way down to frontline staff. But, and this is crucial, it's not a one-size-fits-all deal. It actually calibrates the training to what you do and what risks you face. The big idea is to deliver just in time, just enough learning. So it stops being a one-off event and becomes this living program that actually builds a real security-first culture.
Okay, an ecosystem sounds great, but what are you supposed to actually teach in it? Let's take a look at the curriculum.
The report kicks things off with what it calls a universal baseline. Basically, there are some core things that every single person in the company has to understand no matter what their job title is.
And listen, we are way beyond just spotting phishing emails here. We're talking about heavy-duty topics. Things like AI data privacy under major rules like GDPR in Europe and CCPA in California. We're talking about the very real risks of AI ethics and bias, navigating a maze of regulations like the EU AI Act or HIPAA in healthcare, and even understanding how your own company develops its AI policies. This is the new digital literacy, folks.
But that universal knowledge, that's just the starting line. To be really, truly effective, training has to be tailored. Take developers, for instance. Their risk profile and what they need to know is completely different from someone in marketing or HR, right?
And the report gives a perfect example of this, prompt injection vulnerabilities. Okay, what is that? Think of it this way. Imagine you tell a robot its one and only job is to paint a wall blue. But then an attacker comes along and whispers a clever little command that tricks the robot into ignoring your instructions and painting everything bright red instead. That's kind of what prompt injection is. An attacker crafts an input that hijacks the AI, and that can lead to some serious damage, like data being stolen.
And on this point, the report is crystal clear. Any developer who is building a system that takes input from a user and passes it to a large language model must understand this threat. It's not a nice to have, it's a non-negotiable part of the job now.
Okay, so for a system this smart and this fast, you're going to need a pretty powerful engine under the hood. So let's pull back the curtain a little and see how this thing actually works.
The model that's proposed in the report is built on Google's Notebook LM, and it uses this really slick three-part architecture. You can think of this as the brains of the whole operation.
So let's walk through it. First up, you've got the Master Threat Intelligence Notebook. This is like your early warning system. It's constantly pulling in real-time alerts from the big guns, like CISA and the MITRE ATT&CK framework. Next, you have role-specific notebooks. These take that master intelligence and filter it. So for the finance team, it might mix in bulletins from FINRA. Finally, you have the Policy and Standards Notebook. This is your company's own rulebook. It's a genius setup because every threat is instantly put into context for each role and checked against your own policy.
And this is where the magic happens. A new threat pops up somewhere in the world. This system doesn't wait for a quarterly update. It ingests the threat, synthesizes it across all 3 of those notebooks, and bam, it instantly generates and pushes out a brand new custom-made training module to the exact employees who are affected. That's agility.
Okay, let's zoom out for a second and really lock in the big takeaway here.
So when you boil it all down, here's the difference. The old model was like a static, dusty library of courses, probably out of date the moment they were put on the shelf. This new model, it's a living, breathing intelligence system, a system that learns, adapts, and teaches all in real time.
So why does all this matter? The whole point is to transform security training from that thing everyone dreads, that yearly compliance chore, into a continuous, dynamic part of your company's actual defense strategy. It stops being a checkbox and starts being a shield.
And all of this really just leaves us with one final and maybe the most important question you should be asking back at your own organization. Is your training evolving as fast as the threat?